Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Sunday night football showdown we got going on. And this is a highly anticipated game. You have the return of Tom Brady back to New England, going against Bill Belichick, his new disciple, which is going to be Mac Jones. And you get Tom Brady have an opportunity to break the passing record. So there's a lot going on here. 20 years in the making of all the time, not 20 years, over a decade of him being with the New England Patriots, leaving, winning a title with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now coming back. This is going to be juicy. This is going to be very juicy. No Gronkowski, which is going to suck. But before I deep dive into this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. All right, so let's hop into this. Let's pick the plays that I have posted right here. All these guys have potential to be in that captain spot. Obviously, I like Godwin. I like Godwin over Mike Evans. If you wanted to add another high price a player from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in here that can be a possible captain. So Chris Godwin is a good option. Jacoby Myers, I want to fit in here. You can fit him. I'm not allowed to fill in the whole entire lineup. So we're going to go through these original 5, and then I'm going to speak about the other guys that you can fit in your flex position where we think this is going to go. So in my mind, I'm not really picking any defenses. If I'm really picking one, it would be from the Buccaneers side, just because they're not going to be able to run the ball. Tampa Bay's defense is very stout in stopping a run. You saw the game script that the Dallas Cowboys employed when it was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They used the short pass game to be the extension of their run game, because you cannot run on Vita Vea, on JPP, on Sue, all the guys that they got up there, and they're very, very fast linebackers, okay? So that's not smart. So Bill Belichick probably will implement that. So you're going to look at guys like Jacoby Myers. He should be good. And I have some other sneakier guys on New England. Hopefully, with the injury to James White, these other guys step up. So first, we're going to start off with the captain spot. You need lineups with Tom Brady, the GOAT himself. He's been putting on beautiful performances each and every week, well over 30 fantasy points for the first 3 weeks, and now he's going up against New England. Does Bill Belichick have anything else up his sleeve? All right. So technically, the New England passing defense is second ranked, and their rushing defense is the problem. So you can look at Leonard Fournette as a cheaper option. He's the running back now. Hopefully, let me see how many carries freaking Ronald Jones got, because I'll be really annoyed if it turns out to be him. But with his fumble problem, he's been getting less and less work. Ronald Jones would have to pop a big run, but the guy that's been getting most of the juice will be Leonard Fournette, so he's another guy to look at. But Tom Brady coming back home, he wants that passing record. He's going to get that. I believe he's going to get 2 to 3 touchdowns, probably even more. So you're going to want the guys he's going to pass through. There's no reason to not play Tom Brady. You have to play Tom Brady somewhere in your lineup, either captain or flex. That is mandatory. All right. Next guy we're going to go with is going to be Mac Jones, the next protege. He was put in a similar game script against New Orleans. They were down by 20 points, 15 points, and Mac Jones had to throw 51 times. All right, 270 yards. He still hasn't reached that 300-yard plateau, but he was picked off 3 times. Obviously, Saints are a very good defense, just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are, but they are receiving some injuries in that secondary. Jamal Dean and John Murphy Bunting, and they have some guys injured in that secondary for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where their opportunity for the Patriots will be that. I think they should implement that short pass game as their extension of the run, and go from there, similar to what the Cowboys did. But Mac Jones is going to have to be very efficient with his passes, make the right decisions, and not turn the ball over. But he should still be a decent play because the the volume he's going to throw at is going to be high. And probably he'll be in a comeback scenario. He might get a cheap touchdown or two. And the Patriots are going to need that to keep this game close against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do not see Damian Harris coming out, busting up the Tampa Bay defense for like 100+ yards. All right. He doesn't get that many catches. He does get a little bit. Let me see if he was a big uptick. It's only a few each game. So 2 targets, week 3, 1 target, and 3 targets. So he's not the main receiving back out of the backfield. So we're going to go over to the next guy with Gronkowski out. Antonio Brown, the former Patriot. I foresee a touchdown coming from him. He can be in your captain spot because he's a little bit cheaper, and then you can focus on the expensive guys. You could throw Tom Brady in there. You could throw Mac Jones in there. You could throw Jacoby Myers in there. You could throw Leonard Fournette in there. But you need to sacrifice some salary. So if you foresee Antonio Brown having a good day, put him at the captain spot. I think he'll have a great day coming back. 1 week off. He's being activated from that COVID list. And we want to see a similar performance from him from week 1. He looked like the old Antonio Brown, and I think he'll be able to easily exploit the New England Patriots secondary because he's still that top tier talent. He just has to put it's all in his head, really. He really has to put everything together in his head. And I think the marriage between him and Tom Brady has been very, very good because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a ton of weapons, okay? They're going to be focusing on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown is going to eat. And he's a former Patriot. He's going to get his touchdown. I'm telling you right now, he's going to get his touchdown. So we love Antonio Brown. Next will be Cameron Brate. This is a sneaky play right here, 4,200. This can be a very good captain play right here with the injury to Rob Gronkowski. There's 2 tight ends left for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard. But if you remember Cameron Brate, each and every year, even last year, he was the red zone guy, all right? He would sneak away and take away touchdowns from Gronk, from O.J. Howard, and O.J. Howard barely got any touchdowns because he's usually injured. He's a very dynamic tight end, but the dude that is more sure-handed and Tom Brady trusts more since Rob Gronkowski's gone is definitely Cameron Brate. As you saw with the injury to him last week against the Rams, he was able to come through with 4 receptions, 5 targets, 35 yards. This is a big body tight end, nice, decent speed. They're going to be connecting in New England. All right. So I love Cameron Brate. Very nice, cheap play. And you can get very contrarian with him being at that captain spot because I can foresee them in the red zone and him getting some cheap touchdowns. He is very used to doing that in previous seasons. A next cheap guy that I'm going to look at will be Brandon Bolden. Okay. This is super sneaky. Only $600 salary. So if you want to get crazy, you can. But the upside with him is that James White was out. Brandon Bolden was used as the receiving back for the New England Patriots. Obviously, they have J.J. Taylor. They have Ramondre Stevenson, but he really doesn't get any work. They used Brandon Bolden because he has some special teams prowess, and also he can catch that ball. So he came in. He even got 3 carries, didn't run the ball well. But as you can see, the receptions, 3 receptions, 4 targets. That means he was in there on third down situations, and they needed to lean on him to get receptions after the injury to James White. So I think this is a very sneaky play, choosing Brandon Bolden. Let me see if J.J. Taylor had any work after the injury to, and he had 2 receptions. So they're probably going to be sharing those passing downs. But I think the more explosive guy would be J.J. Taylor. He's a rookie though. And you know Bill Belichick and rookie. So I'm going to go with the veteran that's been there. He's been there forever. Brandon Bolden has been with the New England Patriots for so long, even when Tom Brady was there winning championships. He's going to rely on the veteran. As you can see, he was able to exploit that defense, got 23 yards, got 3 receptions. I think that's a very, very sneaky play. All right, so let me take some of those guys off. and choose you the remaining guys that I like you can fit in, okay? Fit in these flex spots. Obviously, we like Chris Godwin. I spoke about him earlier. The main guy I want to bring up from New England will be Jacoby Myers. He has been a target monster for the Patriots. You don't really foresee this. He just needs to get an end zone. I think this is the week he can do that. 9 targets in week 1, 6 targets in week 2, and then 14 against New Orleans because they were down big. I see a similar scenario. 9 receptions, 94 yards. Just got to get an end zone. This is a PPR format, so Jacoby Myers will be an exceptional play for your DraftKings lineups. All right. Leonard Fournette is another guy I want to bring up. Let me put him in there, and let me put Jacoby Myers in there. This is the second wave. So if you're making a pool, you've used the first 5 guys, and now I'm going to fill in the next, probably 3 or 4 right here. You can make a lineup of those 8 guys, okay? And then they can spit out how many lineups you're doing, either 10, 25, 50, 100 in these tournaments, okay? But I spoke about Jacoby Myers. And now Leonard Fournette, he has been taking over the rushing duties and the passing work, as you can see here, getting a full complement of work. So Rams, obviously, very elite run defense. That's why he wasn't successful. But he got the receiving work, 3 receptions, 26 yards. The week prior, 11 for 52, 4 catches. And the week prior, 9 for 32 and 5 catches. That's what you like to see. If he's getting you in there, he needs to get you a touchdown. He hasn't had one yet. But that definitely is a decent option if you want to fill in the back end of your lineup. Kickers, not really looking at that. If you would choose one, it would probably be Tampa Bay because they're going to be moving the ball up and down the field. And when they get into those scenarios, if they can't score, they will kick the field goal. And their kicker is, where's Gay? It should be Matt Gay. Where's he at? We're going to look for you. Yeah, Nick Folk. Where is their kicker? I guess it's Bortles. No, Ryan Suckup. Here you go. Ryan Suckup right under him. I don't know why they have the backup kicker. But Ryan Suckup is the kicker. As you can see, there's not much upside. I don't really see the game script going that way. And then if on the New England side, they're going to probably be down. And they're not going to want to take 3. They're going to be very aggressive and try to get touchdowns. So I'm going to avoid that. And then any other New England, maybe if you want to attack, their safeties and outside linebackers, Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry can be an option. They're in play, but they haven't been very successful. This could be different. Hunter Henry's been more of the better of the 2 tight ends so far this year. They both provide big mismatches, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. You can get creative and play one or the other. I don't recommend playing both, but you can if you want to. Another sneakier play will be Nelson Aguilar. If they're going to pass this ball, he's getting a ton of air yards, 8 targets last week. And I'm going Nelson Aguilar over Kendrick Bourne. If I'm choosing a second wide receiver to look at. Very good performance against Miami, 5 for 72 and a touchdown. He can have something similar to that. He can take the top off of defense. He has the speed to do that. So that's going to be my last play on the New England side if I'm going. So we love Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar, Mac Jones, and Brandon Bolden. Okay? Everything else on the Tampa Bay side is Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown, and Cameron Brate. And that is going to be our Sunday Night Football slate breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments down below if you see another game script for this game. If you have any other ideas or any other players that you think should be in that captain spot, let me know down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNetsJustD. Peace out.